I still don't see a thing.
There's a little bit of a delay. Alrighty. I gotta oil this chair.
I can hear it.
Alright, there we go. Live. Got excellent connection. There we go. How are you doing on sound?
I am checking that right now.
Alright.
You sound good.
Happening now.
Yeah, not hearing any issues.
Well, that's good. I think I finally figured out the whole echo in the beginning problem.
That only took you how many streams now?
Took 3 episodes. It wasn't that bad.
It's only Kyle being a Nimrod the whole time.
Hey, I'm learning, damn it. I'm a boomer. Added another year on today.
Happy birthday.
Yay.
How old are you, oldie?
32.
He's 60. He's 60 million and 32 years old.
Yep, 60 million and 32. After that 60 million year nap, you know.
Should I add on there like birthday stream? Oh, I can actually do that. I can edit the title.
You gonna play with my title, boy?
Yes, I am going to.
I forgot I gave you moderating powers.
And don't you regret it. Oh, maybe you should because I just messed it up.
You just played with it.
Yeah, I actually had a capital ST.
Typical.
There we go. Art of Lore, episode 5, birthday stream.
Oh, so fancy.
Oh, speaking of oiling vocal cords, I can grab myself a room temperature Dr. Pepper.
Room temperature Dr. Pepper.
Yeah. Well, technically not room temperature, mainly because my room does not get heat. That is technically the same temperature as it outside.
You don't need heat.
And yet you're whining about it.
Ah, technically I'm not.
Technically you is.
Technically I'm not. Oh, I hurt myself.
Alright, we'll give another minute or two and I'll start the intro.
I still can't see a thing.
You can't see anything?
Yep.
Maybe
Is it normally just this blank ass screen with our pictures sitting on here?
It should say Art of Lore starting soon.
Oh, we don't stream on Discord, we actually stream on Twitch, so.
Oh no shit.
Oh, you on Discord? No, we're it's on Twitch.
I'm just gonna mute this.
Yeah, I can
There
hear
we
it.
go.
I can hear
So I
it.
don't have an echo of the chat.
Ah, there's Bao.
Oh, is Bow in chat?
Yeah.
Bow thought it was funny.
Hey, nobody explained this shit to me.
No, we didn't. We decided to just throw you in
And
face
Bow
first
even
into
made
the
his
pool.
color green on the Twitch. Look at that.
He's pink on mine.
He's
Oh.
pink on mine also.
It's green for me. Okay, well I have the right color.
You sure? Are you positive with that statement?
Yes, I do.
I don't think you're right.
Just because I'm colorblind.
Which makes it really funny that you're an artist now.
Yeah, I'm the painter, and I'm colorblind. Tells you how bad you all are.
I mean, fair.
And then he's like, I'm red.
Oh,
God.
maybe I'm colorblind because now I'm looking at it. It's sort of like a brown now.
No, it's just straight pink.
I guess it's different for all of us.
I suppose.
I think that's just Bao letting out his effeminate side.
Nothing wrong with that. I'm
Ain't
gonna
nothing
make me
wrong
some.
with that
I'm
at
gonna make me
all.
some pink towel. I saw a battle suit with Hello Kitty stickers all over it. Oh my god, it was awesome.
No, you're just gonna make Kevin all mad now.
No, I'm gonna do like black as the base, and then I'm gonna do purple highlights, and then I'm gonna do like pink glow effects. I think it's gonna look fucking awesome. That's gonna be my Tau army for the next Kill Team box. Once I get the
And
orcs done, and I get the Krieg boys done, we can officially play a game of Kill Team.
And then we can broadcast it.
We could try. I'm gonna have to still play around and figure out what I'm gonna do to broadcast a game of Warhammer. I don't
Probably gonna
really
be,
have any other setups beside my studio here.
Gonna need like 3 cameras. Set up in tripods.
Alright, let's get this going. We're 5 minutes past.
Whatever.
Alright, and welcome everyone to the Art of Lore show. Today is a special occasion, for it is my birthday. You're a Ferion artist. I grow another year older out of the 60 million. And we have a special, well, I mean, I guess it might be special, it might not be. It's a surprise to me. I don't know what the topic is. But I'm here with the Magos Explorator, Alan.
Hello.
And we have the special guest today, the what do you call yourself? The Codicier? Codicier?
Codicier.
Codicier Bob. There you go. I got it right on the first try. Edit that. So yeah, great. We're here enough for another episode, and I guess we'll just start it right off with Alan and me guessing the quote. For painting today, I'm just gonna work on my knob. I don't like the batch painting. I tried doing that last stream with all the skin and blah. I'm gonna use more paint up. It's gonna be a lot whatever. I'm just doing it this way. So go to the screen, and here's my knob. My orc knob. Orc knob.
Or
Okay.
it's an orc knob.
Okay.
And
Anywho,
also the thing too, Bob actually knows more about the lore than me. So this is gonna be a learning experience for me and Kyle, because there's some stuff I can't find that Bob knows because he owns every goddamn Warhammer book.
I own a few,
Yeah.
and there are places where the bookie is absolutely wrong.
this is why.
Oh, well, thank you for
I know
following.
that
Bob's definitely
I
our
kn-
librarian.
I know that is heresy, but the wiki can be wrong. At one point, it did claim Marnius was Primarch.
Well,
And that's
can't,
actually where-
anybody edit the wiki, right? So I mean, like,
Yes,
someone could
anybody.
just like April Fools. I'm just gonna put that where the fuck I won't.
And at one point, Mark Word had full access to that thing, so I still don't trust half of it.
Funny enough, I don't know who that is, but like I said, I mainly get most stuff from the wiki because I am poor and I can't afford the books yet. But I will eventually start collecting the books. So until then, the internet is my friend, which is horrifying to say. But I have a quote here that I found, and I would like to say this to Kyle and see if he can figure out today's topic. So, beginning the quote: "Adore the immortal emperor, for he is our protector. Admire the immortal emperor, for his sacrifice to mankind. Exalt the immortal emperor, for his strict guidance. Revere the immortal emperor, for his undying guard. Venerate the immortal emperor, for his holy wisdom. Honor the immortal emperor, for his eternal strength. Glorify the immortal emperor, for his all-seeing vision. Praise the immortal emperor for his unending rule. Hail the immortal emperor, for he is Lord and Master. Worship the immortal emperor, for without him we are nothing."
That's the quote.
That is the quote.
Well, it is definitely Imperium. And
What made you- what made you think that?
Faction.
No,
we're
really?
going
Are you
faction,
sure?
right? Faction.
We're going faction.
Okay. They are all about the Emperor. Holy God. I'm
Funny
gonna take
enough,
a
that
swing in the
doesn't
dark,
limit it
and
a
I'm
lot.
gonna go with the Custodes.
You are wrong, good sir.
Damn it.
Would you like another guest?
Who else is nuts for the Emperor? God, the Imperium.
Not wrong.
Not even a little bit.
The only other one I can see like divine, holy, and everything would be Sisters.
You are right,
Ding,
good
ding,
sir.
ding.
Ah, there we go.
We are talking about the Sisters of Battle.
The Adeptus
More-
Coloritatis.
More like we're talking about their beginnings, because when I was writing the script, holy fuck, I realized I did nothing but talk about the Age of Apostasy.
So this is basically the Age of Apostasy episode.
Pretty much. This is the Age of Apostasy, and then I want to go back and I want to make a second episode talking about the sisters. I do talk about a little bit at the end, but it is mostly like, holy shit, I just realized 90% of my goddamn script is nothing about just the beginning, the history, the daughters of the Emperor, the Terran Crusade, and then there's like a little tiny end about the reform in the current day.
Yeah, they were the daughters of the Emperor, and then that scumbag got there. And, oh,
Or
God, it
why?
just made everything
Or
so
what
bad.
we also call this time of history the time the banana people actually had to do shit.
Banana people.
Yeah, it's always bad when the custodians actually have to leave the house.
You know something's definitely wrong when the Custodes gotta leave home.
Because it's like, goddamn, all I want to do is sit here with my skeleton, and now I gotta go out and do shit.
Oh, skeleton, oh boy.
So, the Adeptus Sororitas, or sometimes called the Sisterhood, or the military arm of them, the Sisters of Battle are an all-female division of the state religion of the Imperium, or the Ecclesiarchy, and they are mainly tasked with cleansing heresy and spiritual corruption, mostly with fire. Lots of fire.
Okay, well,
I am
one thing
pretty
wanna
sure
say
they are the
about
prime
these guys-
importer of Prometheum.
The one thing I want to say about these guys is that just the fact that, like, you got these Space Marines, these big superhuman, just super, like, genetically altered men to run around with these power suits, and then you got these females who are not genetically altered wearing the same exact fucking shit.
Not entirely. It's slightly
Yes
different.
and no.
I don't care. I still think that's fucking bad ass.
You're not wrong there.
I'm completely.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
So all for the Sisters. By the way, the Sisters is my second army I'm going for. By the way, just
also
to
your
let
favorite.
the audience know,
It's also your favorite faction.
it's definitely my favorite like Imperium faction.
I mean, I think at some point, I think you actually like the goddamn Sisters more than Necrons.
There was a point where I was getting way in the Sisters. God, I lost my knob.
Having some issues there, Kyle.
Like I said, the spring on this thing sucks.
Well, like I said, they just mostly fire. That's their main thing. Fuck you, Kyle, by the way.
I love cleansing flames.
Yeah, fuck you, Kyle.
Burn, baby, burn.
He-
Burn, baby, burn.
He wiped out my goddamn my sticky boys with nothing but fire.
I was first in Death Guard, and I taught them what cleansing flames can do on the tabletop.
He burnt the pestilence, and also mainly because you blew up your goddamn tank.
No, you blew up the tank. I didn't. You sent to your Terminators and smashed it to pieces, and it blew up in your face. That is your problem, not mine. Because I survived. You did not.
Oh fuck you! Okay, all your people only had 1 hit point left, so I literally just ran into a cultist and killed them.
That was so
Anyways, I back away from my saltiness. So
There's a lot.
I am pretty sure though that the Delta Sororitas are the main importer of Prometheum, followed by the Salamanders. But I'm pretty sure they're above them.
good. Well, we got fire. You gotta like
Don't
the
let them know
flames.
about the Firefox.
And there is also a lot of overlap between them and the Inquisitors, because
Okay.
they do the same thing. What Bob? What do you want to say?
The whole reason why there's a lot of overlap is because they're the Chamber Militant of the Adeptus, or the Ordos Hereticus.
I have that later on in the script, so thank you for spoiling that part. This is the intro.
I will spoil many things.
I already freaking know this.
I sit in the library all day sipping tea and wondering how to annoy a robot and another even older robot.
I am not the robot, okay? I am not goddamn heretical AI.
You
Alright?
Pretty damn close.
That's how you look at the toasters could have fooled me.
Hey, man. Everyone's got an urge. And, well, as I feel
Oh,
Bob
boy.
over there quivering and cringe, and I'm laughing gleefully to get him to finally shut up, let's talk about the history a little bit. So, the Sororitas were founded during Millennia 36, during a time known as the Age of Apostasy. During this time, the Ecclesiarchy held just ultimate power, which they used to tax the warp out of the Imperial citizens, both financially and spiritually. They held so much power that the Ecclesiarch, the leader of the Ecclesiarchy, could dictate policy to the High Lords of Terra. The Emperor's regents, mainly due to the fact that they were seen as like the mouth of the Emperor and speaking with his authority. The other bureaucratic offices would just growing to resent the Ecclesiarch because of all the power and pretty much he was bullying the shit out of them. The Adeptus Ministorum, in particular, would hate them the most, for their power and funds were pulled away, leaving them almost nothing to run the Imperium with. Their influence fell so much that the raising and deployment of armies, the ongoing wars, and the appointment of sector lords was turned over to the Ecclesiarchy, or also known as the Adeptus Ministorum. And this pissed them off very much. The Adeptus Astartes and the glorious Adeptus Mechanicus, the greatest faction, soon grew strange with the Ministorum-led Imperial government and just pretty much backed away into just neutrality. They just were fucking done, pretty much.
Dad, the normals are doing weird shit again.
Yeah, so pretty much as this is going on, Bob's looking in the Imperial Library. Well, fuck this. I'm just going back over here. And I decided to go back to my tinkering. As Kyle's over there taking a nap still.
Yep.
So, and also, as if it couldn't get any worse, could you guess what else happened, Kyle?
Babaloo?
Warp storms.
Oh, yep, that'll do it.
Warp storms racked the Imperium. Travel between the worlds was almost impossible. And even though just kicking the can, black ships were, led by the Blanks and the what are they called again?
The Sisters of Silence.
Sisters of Silence. I had a bit of the scrap code's still in here, and I decided to affect my memory for a second.
Oh,
The bigger
that's what it
organization
was.
word you're looking for is the Adepta Telepathica.
Well, yeah, there you go. There. And sometimes I think I'm a walking library.
I'm
So,
only sitting in one.
so they were unable to get to worlds, to grab the Psykers. So demonic incursions and enslavers ran rampant, just eating everything. And seeing blood in the water, the sharks surrounding the Imperium struck. Traitor legions poured out of the Eye of Terror. Orcs raided worlds, riding in on space hawks, riding the waves of the storms. The Drukhari exited Wedway, striking out further than ever before into new cut-off Imperium worlds. It seemed like the end times. Many seemed to think that the Emperor was angry at them and decided to use acts of penance. Self-flagellation, walking through dirty, glass-ridden streets. Yeah. And those that didn't decide to do this were deemed heretics and murdered.
Shame.
And the center of this madness, someone gained the head seat as master of the Administratum. Can you guess who it is, Kyle?
He's gonna say that name.
It was Gouge Van Dyer.
Oh, there it is.
High Ecclesiarch somehow attained the seat of 3 High Lords. Why
Yep.
anybody thought this was a good idea?
So he actually gained his seat in the Administratum through bribes, threats, and full-on assassination. And along with him, he set a puppet as head of the Ecclesiarchy, so no one could threaten his power. His name was Paulus III. But not long after, confidence in his puppet fell due to the incompetence of Doge Vandire. Oh, I'm sorry, Goge Vandire.
Doge.
We're gonna get sued, aren't we, Kyle?
You're gonna get a cease and desist letter.
So Goge Vandire made his move and took control of the ecclesiarchy he hated in a coup d'état, taking control of it and just executing his puppet, just full on and off your head.
Under the charge of heresy.
Yep. So
Not every
And
day you
along-
get to call the Pope a heretic and shoot him.
Yeah, you get away with it, right?
And you know how I got away with that, with calling him a heretic? Was because he bribed all the fucking cardinals. And along with the cardinals he bribed, they made him ecclesiarch.
I
He
repeat
was
my
then
previous
controlled-
statement.
He controlled two of the second most powerful institutions of the Imperium, behind the Mechanicum, obviously, becoming the second most powerful human in the Imperium, again, behind the Fabricator General, and began what's known as the Reign of Blood. And we can see Bob there is just laughing his ass off.
Because here is where the wiki diverts from the books again.
Uh-oh.
But before we continue on the Reign of Blood, let's talk about your sisters, Kyle. But I can hear you saying, what has this got to do with the Sororitas, Magos? I'm getting to that. So, early in his rule, his agents told Vandire of a sisterhood of warriors on an angry world called San Loire. Their dedication to the Emperor in aesthetic ways, and mostly their skills in arms, impressed him greatly. So he decided to pay a personal visit to their home. He showed up there, which is the simple towns with just a little bit of people, thousands upon thousands of retainers, and demanded to be shown to their leader under pain of death. So when they arrived to their convent, their gates were barred and closed because obviously when a man shows up on a Palatine with 3,000 peoples behind him, you're going to be kind of scared a little bit, expecting a war.
Yeah, that's a
So-
lot of people who just show up unannounced.
So the gatekeeper told the High Lord they recognized only the authority of the God Emperor, and his attendants cringed in fear, expecting him to explode into one of his famous fits of rage. Yet he remained peculiarly calm and steady. He smiled and told them he was willing to show that he spoke with the authority of the God Emperor, if they would only let him in with a small bodyguard. And they unfortunately agreed. So in walks Vandire with 4 bodyguards, and he is set. Excuse me a second. I gotta oil my vocal cords a little bit. We should cut this out, Kyle.
Yeah.
Okay. Edit. So, and he said this to them: I shall prove the Emperor's grace is upon me. If I am wrong, I shall be slain. And brandishing a Rosarius, he told his bodyguard to shoot him. The man, dumbfounded and scared of his lord, resisted, but Vantar told him to fire, and he did, shooting his last pistol at his heart. And to his surprise, Vandire was bathed in bright, blinding light. And when their vision cleared, Vandire was standing there, unharmed. All in the courtyard kneeled towards Vandire, and the daughters of the Emperor declared their fealty to him right then and there. So, to those of you who don't know what a Rosarius is, pretty much a Rosarius, in layman's terms, is a personal force field. So pretty much he held this to him, and he just he could deflect almost every psychic power and shot fired at him. So this is what he used to trick the sisters into thinking he had divine protection. He banked on the daughters of the Emperor never seeing a Rosarius. So yeah, but nonetheless they joined him, and he renamed them as Brides of the Emperor. And they became Vandire's bodyguards, soldiers, and enforcers together.
So sad.
Oh, yeah.
Man.
Yeah, he pretty much just fucking tricked them. That was the only reason he was able to get them.
And in their defense, that it'd been a few thousand years by the time the Crusade happened at this point. Conversion field tech was rare at the time of the Great Crusade.
Yeah, pretty much the only people who have Rosariuses are chapter masters, high-ranking librarians, the ecclesiarchy, like high-ranking ecclesiarchs, and the High Lords of Terra.
Yeah.
So they are very rare, very sacred, and pretty much you can be forgiven for never seeing one in your entire life. Which one was my drink? There it is. So with the Brides of the Emperor at his side, his reign was pretty much almost secure.
David said it, Brides of the Emperor.
Yep. No, you're cringing there, Kyle.
Cringe. I like Daughters of the Emperor so much better.
So, his reign was... Countless millions died during his bloody reign, with a reformist faction soon formed in his court called the Confederation of Light. They were led by soon-to-be trophy of the Necron, Sebastian Thor. Their message was a simple one. They wanted to reform the church to become a beacon of hope and compassion of the Emperor, not brutal repression. Which, if you think about it, is a bit of a conundrum, because, the Emperor wasn't really the kindest of dads.
Yeah, the Emperor's
Heresy.
a bad dad.
Yeah, heresy, I know.
It's not my fault certain sons didn't deserve love.
Didn't deserve love.
Okay there, Bob.
I mean,
So what? Conrad Kurz only needed a hug.
Conrad needed more than a goddamn hug. He was a cannibal by the second he popped out of the goddamn hole.
To be fair, he pretty much dug his way out of a hole as an infant.
And he immediately looked at some poor sod and went, nom noms.
What would you do if you haven't eaten for like almost a month?
Not rip somebody's throat out like a deranged psychopath and munch on their corpse.
You've honestly never been hungry enough.
And being an Astarte, you could eat almost anything. Oh, that's a nice shiny steel rod there. I can munch on that.
Well,
some
of them don't. Some of them don't, exactly have the full on acid spit when they're older. So it's hard to break down some stuff.
I hate to ruin it for you, but at one point, Conrad Kurz, to get to a target on Nostromo, basically spat through an adamantium fucking ceiling tile.
I wasn't talking about him when he played the world's greatest game of Among Us. I was talking about your basic Astartes.
Oh, well, we can still spit through doors.
Oh, I remember hearing before that sometimes, not always, as they get on in years, some their acid spit starts to fade, like not get as powerful.
It's because they aren't chewing on enough toxic shit.
Well, I apologize, but I don't feel like grabbing the goddamn toad from Catachan and taking a bite out of it.
No, that thing will kill you no matter what the fuck you is. Catachan, literally at one point there was an Imperial plan to sedate these things and use them as bombs.
Let me guess, did not go well.
We're not going to talk about it.
How many Astartes died, Bob? How many Astartes died, Bob?
Do you think the Astartes were stupid enough to go with that plan, or do you think they went, you know what, you're on your own here, Jab?
I don't know. There are some of them who I think are not the brightest tools in the shed.
Only if the million's malevolent.
They're just that, tools.
I mean, after being crossbred, 14, 17 times, you begin to have a little bit of divergence. I mean, just pull it off Warhammer. If you think about it, they're pretty much like the clones in Star Wars. After being clones of clones for so many times, you begin to have, the Hunchback of Notre Dame. I mean, just take a look at the Lamenters. There you go.
Oh, the sad boys.
The depressed boys.
Nah, that's Robo Gillyman.
Yeah, ulcer depression.
Ultra Xanax helps.
Also, I just realized we literally just got off topic. I just started talking about random shit for almost 15 minutes.
Yes, we did.
Was it the
You're at
sisters?
the wheel.
Yeah, we're talking about the sisters, not the Ultramarines and the Space Marines.
Turn the wheel back on course.
All right, going back to what we're talking about. I completely lost my where I was in the script. There I am. So, Thor was an orator of unrivaled skill, and he swayed whole worlds to rebel against Vandire. And he soon led a crusade going towards Holy Terra to just unseat Vandire. And he just started to smash through his armies. So, and the biggest factor of all, the Mechanicus turned on him. When we joined, his fate was sealed. The Fabricator General, Gastith Hedrix, roused the Senatorum Imperialis to oust Vandire from power, as his madness became apparent to all. His answer was to dissolve them, the Adeptus Astartes, and the Mechanicus, and declare them traitors of the Imperium and heretics. When you look at the Space Marines that we were just talking about, and decide to go, hey, you're a heretic, cease and desist all activities.
To be particular, not all the Astarte. He declared the Imperial Fist chapter Excommunicatus Traitoris. The bloody Praetorians of Terra.
Yeah, no, the Space Marines who were made there, who were on Terra to protect it.
Yeah.
It doesn't also like saying like excommunicata means you cannot make any more Astartes. You're pretty much you're to
No,
just
you're
dissolved.
excommunicated.
I thought it was meant to like you're also. Sorry.
The term excommunicatus traitoris basically means I excommunicate you from the Imperium. Anybody who fucking helps you is a dead man, and anybody who even looks at you with a kind way is a dead man.
You become John Wick. Got it.
Yeah, John Wick. So this made them, just a tiny bit angry. So this affront made, again, the Imperial Fist decide to say fuck you, and also almost all of the Adeptus Astartes and the Mechanicus decide to attack him. They all decided neutrality and decided to say fuck you. Again, they were sitting back most of his reign of during the Reign of Blood, mainly because he's just like, I don't want to get into this.
And they were far too busy trying to keep the Imperium from falling the fuck apart.
Yeah, the Astartes do it. Bob and the Astartes are doing that. I was busy trying to supply the Imperium with all their tech, and then he decided to say fuck you all. And then we all decided to turn to him and say, go fuck yourself. So, the strike force of Black Templars, Firehawks, and Soul Drinkers, along with some Mechanicus,
Imperial?
decided to oust him by themselves. They did a drop pod assault on his home base, the Ecclesiarch Palace. Oh, but they were woefully unprepared for this. They only thought they were going to be guarded by the Ecclesiarchy army, from which were Frateris Templaris. Instead, when they disembarked, they were resisted by warrior women, clad in power armor, and wielding bolters. They fought to the last woman, believing they were protecting the God Emperor himself. They were being attacked by pretty much Sisters of Battle, Adeptus Auritas, and they fucked shit up. They pushed back the assaulting forces out of the Ecclesiarchy Palace, killing many Space Marines, and they were forced to actually siege the palace because they just got their asses handed to them. Am I right there, Bob?
Yes. To the point where they actually had to bring back in the entirety of the Imperial Fists, Ultramarines, and there were 3 other chapters. Basically, a force of 10,000 Astarte gathered on Terra to lay siege to this one.
Black
area.
Templars, and I think it was also the Soul Drinkers. They all joined up there.
There's all basically a legion-sized force gathered to lay siege to this. And it being Terra, nothing is an easy nut to crack.
Yeah, because you're sieging a Humanopolis. So as you're trying to siege the palace, you gotta sit there on fucking rooftops. There ain't no trench you can build. Sad Imperial Fist noises.
It doesn't help that half the shit's still standing from Dorn's day.
So it's hard to even break it.
You're literally trying to go up against a mastered siege defenseman's craft.
I don't know. Perturabo did pretty well.
Yeah.
It only took 12 Titan legions. Thousands of dead.
It doesn't matter.
Still
And
beast though.
He cracked the wall.
outnumbering the enemy
That's all he
10 to
cared
1.
about.
He cracked the wall.
He cracked the wall. He only took most of Legio Mortis.
Hey, as per Tarabo, and I quote, "Still cracked though."
Still cracked though. Still siege though. And then for some reason,
what you're saying? Bob?
half the shit was still up top. So yeah, I was basically walking through pre-prepared death zones from the Heresy era.
Yeah, pretty much. So back on topic again, because God, we're
Oh, I'm gonna butcher
keeping
this.
us on track.
I'm gonna-
Is like trying to herd cats inside of a mouse factory.
I want to thank you for the follow, Exopata. I can't pronounce things.
None of us can, Kyle. None of us can.
I'm sorry I missed it. It was like 27 minutes ago, but thank you for the follow.
I tried to say that, but then you said taco.
I don't know I can't say things. I can barely paint, damn it.
Alright, so back on topic. So they were forced to siege the palace. For months, Van Dyer's forces resist and pushed back every assault that was made out by both the Mechanicus and the Deaths Astartes. It was only ended when Centurion Longinus of the Adeptus Custodes, Praetorian Guard of the Emperor, sought out Alicia Dominica, most trusted bodyguard of Van Dyer and her most trusted companions, and took them to the golden throne of the God Emperor. Though nothing was told of what happened inside that room, something changed. She and her companions marched out with a blind fury to Van Dyer as he was in his audience chamber in another one of his just insane tirades. They paused him to give him one of the most famous condemnations. Quote, "You have committed the ultimate heresy. Not only have you turned your back on the Emperor and stepped from his light, you have profaned his name and almost destroyed everything he has striven to build. You have perverted and twisted the path he has laid for mankind to tread. As your own decrees have stated, there can be no mercy for such a criminal. I renounce your lordship. You walk in the darkness and cannot be allowed to live. Your sentence has been long overdue, and now it is time for you to die." End quote.
Yes.
And his most famous reply, "I do not have time to die. I'm too busy." And with that, she drew her power sword and beheaded the High Lord. It is also said his Rosarius actually failed at that time. Its gleaming form cleaved in two, as if her strike had the power of the Emperor himself.
Ooh.
It cracked the shield in two, and it just right off of his head.
More likely it misfired.
I don't know. It's sisters.
The Emperor
man.
lives, damn it.
Yeah. The Anya Saga lives. Okay, Bob.
The Emperor
It
is
sounds
not
more.
dead. He obviously still powers the Astronomicon.
It only takes 1 million nom noms a day.
But
A
he
1,000?
lives.
1,000. 1,000 omnoms. Okay. Takes the soul of 10,000 psychers to keep the Astronomicon alive.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you get it right there, Bob. You're only sitting in an entire library. You should know that.
He's like, oh, I gotta deal with these fuckers.
I just want to go back to my reading. What the fuck?
Whose idea was this?
Hey, I asked and you said sure.
That's what he's thinking.
I think he rage quit.
Whatever young librarian told me this was a good idea is going to be scrubbing tiles with a toothbrush
Oh
for
god.
12 years.
Extra counting duties.
Oh God! Please don't talk about the Hammer and Bolter show. I cannot stand that one. Like, I can't stand it in my life. Was literally just to count books.
You just count, no talking, just count.
For any of you guys who are here, if you ever decide to get Warhammer TV, you need to watch the Hammer and Bolter. There's literally an episode where this shows the people's lives. They count books all day without talking, without thinking. You eat without talking, and you go to bed. You wake up and you redo it. Imagine if that was your life, day in and day out.
You
Just
count
no.
books, and it's the same books over and over again. There is no difference. You go up the aisle, you count books. You come back down the aisle, you count books. Go to bed. Same aisle, count books. Come back, same aisle, count books. Until
One day
you
it's
find the
exciting and one is
extra
missing.
book
Oh, the extra books.
that has your
Look.
friend's face on it.
What you were saying, Bob?
I said, who knows? Maybe next day you might find one missing. Oh, an
Yeah.
adventure.
Yeah, then you pick up a book and instead of there's just your best friend's face on it. Yeah, that makes it better, right, Bob?
Hey, skin leather is still leather.
Yeah, until you open it up and next thing you know you get clawed to death by Zinchian demons.
Yeah.
Because you know Zinch loves his books. He's a fucking nerd! So, again,
All I can
we
think of is
should go back on
Magnus.
topic.
Fucking
We should go back on
nerd.
topic, right?
Oh yeah,
Turn the
sisters. that's
wheel
right.
back.
We're talking sisters.
Yeah, we're talking sisters. So, after the Reign of Blood, Thor was declared the 292nd Ecclesiarch of the Imperium and led the rebuilding process. His biggest reform of this time was the Decree Passive, which forbade the Adeptus Ministorum from controlling any men under arms, and disbanded the Frantaris Templars. Never again would the Ecclesiarchy threaten the rules of the rule of the Administratum. The brides, now redeemed daughters of the Emperor, were at a loss for their purpose, so the Ecclesiarchy, seeing them, decided to take them in. Since they were forbidden from having men under arms, they became the Ecclesiarchy police force, even if Thor himself didn't like it. He didn't do anything against it, actually, either. So, they are once again renamed as the Ordo Militant of the Adeptus Sororitas. The Sisterhood finally became what they wanted, defenders of the Imperial faith. They were trained to the highest possible level of humans could achieve, and held an unbreakable faith. They would go to wage wars of faith, bringing the Emperor's light to every level of the galaxy that has fallen to darkness. Alicia Dominica, the woman who beheaded Doge Vandar, Doge Vandar, became the leader of the Ordo Militant, and at Thor's behest, and led pretty much most of the wars of faith, with her loyal companions, Silvina Mina, Lucia Caterina, and Arabella. Pretty sure I butchered their names, but I don't speak French.
You didn't just butcher it. You whacked it like an orc.
Oh
Alright,
boy.
Bob. I don't, Bob, they're French. Parlez-vous français? Okay, there you go. So another order during these Thor's reformations. Holy shit! It was the Ordo Hereticus. Originally founded by the Inquisition, it was expanded to not just heresy, but of the Imperial Creed, but to genetic and psychic divergence of humanity. Shortly after they were expanded, the leaders of both the Ordo Hereticus and the Sisterhood signed the Convection of Nephilim, which bound the Sisterhood as the chamber militant, just pretty much the soldiers, of the Ordo Hereticus. The exact details are unknown, but rumor is the Emperor told Dominica something so dire that these two organizations think they can only face it together. Again, it's not known what it is, but something's coming.
It's
My
a
opinion-
theory. A Warhammer theory.
In my opinion, I think she was told about the needs. I just have a feeling.
You think Nids popped up?
I think the Emperor warned her the Nids were coming. Warned her the Nids are coming. So
Don't you
Them.
all worry, okay? We're all going to save you. You notice who starts waking up as soon as the Nids show up.
The same asshole who created them.
Who created them? What? Nids weren't created.
What?
They just
Yeah,
popped
Nids.
up out of nowhere.
Yeah.
It's not like the Silent King didn't fucking create something and come back. No, nothing at all.
No,
Yeah.
that's redacted.
Well, I mean, they only eat biomass, so the Necrons don't have to.
Well, Necrodermis is still technically biomass. It's living metal.
It's still metal, though. I don't. Bob, do you think they can eat Necrodermis?
They actually can.
Never mind. Okay.
They've
Well
already
then.
eaten Tomb Worlds.
So, why then would the Silent King make them and have them eat his own people?
Genetic rewrite. And the only dynasties he had attacked were those who basically went, "Fuck you, I'm not following you, you crotchety old git.
Imatech.
You silent bitch." And then suddenly, why are we getting attacked by giant space bugs? Hey, you want some help?
You want a hand there, Sonny?
You want a hand there, boyo?
You seem like you could use a hand.
Oh, you got a happy birthday in chat, Kyle. There's a happy birthday.
Hey, happy birthday! I'm gonna take a drink of my. This is not a Necron cup. This is a Jack Skellington cup because it has something a lot more alcoholic in it.
Birthday sip.
Birthday drink.
So, back to topic. In the current 41st millennia, the Adeptus Sororitas is part of the Ecclesiarchy and is divided into two covens. The Covenant Prioris is located on Terra, and the Covenant Sanctorum, based in the shrine world Ophelia 7. The overall commander and spiritual leader of the entire sisterhood, and all of its myriad of orders, is the Abbess Sectorum, the leader of the Covenant Prioris on Holy Terra. Sometimes the Abbess Sectorum is elected to actually join the high ranks of Terra, while other times she's subservient to the Ecclesiarchy. As an Ordo militant, they are a military organization and actually follow the rankings of such. I will tell you a few of these right now. First one is, again, the command ranks. First one is the Abbess Sectorum, the leader of all the sisters.
She's number
like
one.
She's like pretty much the commander in chief.
You know who the modern one day is now, right?
And no, I do not.
That'd be my girl. That'd be Morgan Vall or Morven Vall. The one who kicked your ass on the tabletop.
I still won that battle, okay?
She got herself a Nundum.
You're the fucking Nundum. I forgot about that.
It's funny too, because she's the youngest one ever. When I was reading, and the Ecclesiarchy voted her in there because they go, well, she's young and stupid and doesn't speak much. We can control her. And then as soon as they put her in power, she's like, "Fuck you guys! I'm going to do what needs to be done." It starts just doing work. It's like, ha ha, yes.
The long con worked. So under the Abbess is the Prioris. She is the leader of her coven, and there's generally only two. The Covenant Prioris and the Sanctorum Ophelia 7. Next is the Canoness, a senior commander of one of the Ordo militant factions. But there's also a couple of other Canoness. There's Canoness Superior. Canoness Superior serves as the overall leader of the order. Canoness Preceptor serves as the leader of a single preceptory of sisters, pretty much like a legion almost, like an entire army. Then there's the Canoness Commander. They serve as the leader of a Commadre, which is underneath a battalion. And there's the Palatine, pretty much a junior officer under a Canoness. Pretty much if the Canoness dies, Palatine takes over. They're just a secondary leader. Underneath that is the standard rankers. There's the Legatine, a highest ranking officer of standard rank. They're skilled warriors and they're on track to becoming a Canoness. Sister Superior, a non-commissioned officer who leads a squad of sisters. Your basic sister, the lowest rank of sisters who accept the rule of the Sororitas and have taken vows to the Emperor. Then there's a Novate, a candidate of the sisterhood who hasn't taken her vows yet, but has pretty much completed training. Just waiting for that day to take the vows and become a sister. Then there's the Cantus, a novice who has been chosen, pretty much to be chosen by an order. As soon as they take their oaths, they are going to be inducted into that order. But they still haven't finished their training, so they're still on track. There's a Constantinia, a sister at her final stages of training. And then there's the novice, the lowest ranks of the sisterhood, a sister like just beginning their training. Along with the rankings, there are six what are called Order Militant Majoris. Majoris? They are widely recognized across the Imperium, and there are 3 from Ophelia and 3 from Terra. The ones from Ophelia are Order of the Bloody Rose, Order of Our Martyred Lady, and the Order of the Valorous Heart. The Terra branches are Order of the Sacred Rose, Order of the Eberron Chalice, fuck you, Kyle. Fuck you,
Cleansing flames.
and the Order of the Argent Shroud. But other than that, there are literally hundreds of orders, like the Order Hospitaller, Order Diogenes, Order Familius. But the reason why those 6 are famous is because they are founded by Dominica and her champions. Now, I won't go into detail of these 6, mainly because there is so much fucking information about them. This is just general sorority. I plan on doing something different. Maybe one day, like I talked about Kyle about this. We can do like the mini streams if I find a time. Talk about them or the other like smaller factions.
Oh, we
or I could just turn these.
Paint and chills I plan on doing here and there.
Yeah, or if it becomes big enough, I can just do whole on sections of it. But again, talking about these, like the Order Minorises, I found 17 of them. 17 on the wiki. That is a lot. And that's also not including the non-military orders. There are so many sisters, it's not even damn funny. They are literally just guard. They are fucking guard.
All them bitches gonna kick your ass too.
I mean, Bob knows the guard. Bob knows the guard very well.
And to quote the guard, the Emperor has blessed them with power armor and bolters, but not the sense to use cover.
They got the Emperor's faith. They don't need cover.
And will charge off into an enemy formation at the first sign of taunting.
Bob, do we need to talk about the Krieg?
Krieg has millions upon millions of men to do that shit with. The sisters aren't that numerous.
Do we need to talk about the Mordian Iron Guard? People who literally don't use cover?
Uh-oh.
No, they'll use cover when ordered to use cover.
No, they have to literally be told, hey, get in the cover. Otherwise, they're just ranks. One prone, one crouched, one kneeling, one standing, and then fire.
Ain't no volley like a last gun volley.
One of my favorite quotes: "Those who do not fear the last gun have not ran through a swarm of 1,000,000 of them."
A field.
A field of 1,000,000 of them, right?
Yes, that's the one.
Would be it.
So, do you want to hear a bit of some of the famous battles, Kyle?
Sure, I'm down.
So, but first we need to talk about a small little one, which is the martyrdom of Alicia Dominica.
Oh, yep.
It's a very short one. So, Alicia Dominica falls in the Battle of Frieswide. I cannot say this. Frieswide. I'm just gonna say it's Frieswide. Surviving hundreds of blows, but falling to a single traitor's las gun blast to her heart. She is declared a saint soon after. Ecclesiarch Equitus IX formalizes the position of abbess of the Odessa Soritas and appoints Sister Palmara of the Order of the Holy Roll to position.
God, these women are all about dying for the Emperor.
Oh yeah,
After the Emperor
martyrdom.
died trying.
Martyrdom.
Oh yeah.
What's it called? Faith, fire, and martyrdom.
Oh, pretty much. Yep.
That is their code there. Yes, we know. Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Yeah.
got more happy birthdays in chat.
birthday. Thank you, Burrito. She
As
just
my,
wants me to drink some more. Here we go.
Oh, she's a bit of an alcoholic.
Another sip for her.
Then there's the San of Millennia 41, year 799. The Red Corsairs strike for Vase San Lor, the original homeworld of the Daughters of the Emperor. The Chaos Space Marines are unprepared for the fury of the Soritas reprisal as they come under assault from 9 separate Order militants and are utterly annihilated.
You've done fucked up.
Yeah, you don't fuck with the sisters. You don't fuck with their homeworld. They just completely just wiped out the entire
after the
Chaos
shit
Space
they did
Marines.
on Terra before becoming the actual sisters, I mean, come on now.
After that is the War of Piety, Millennia 41, year 835. The Shrine World of Piety rematerializes after being swallowed by a warp storm 2 centuries earlier. The planet is, however, almost unrecognizable, having been transformed into a hideous daemon world. Canis Saria of the Order of the Sacred Rose immediately led a force of Battle Sisters to the planet to retrieve artifacts from the Reliquary of Hope, one of the few sites on the whole world to have withstood the corrupting touch of chaos. As the rest of her forces establish a formidable perimeter around the reliquary, Soraya leads several Celestine and Dominion squads into the labyrinth corridors beneath it. For 3 days, Canis, Soraya and her sisters battle through monster-infested passageways. Bolters cut down scores of blood-hungry demon hounds, and flamers burn swaths of nurglings and loaded plague beasts. Only Soraya and two Celestines survive and rejoin the Battle Sisters on the surface, having recovered the left thigh bone of Saint Dolene and 3 pages of the ominous lexicon of the falsehoods from a stasis vault. The surviving Battle Sisters withdraw to orbit, their prize just as fleet of Grey Knights vessels arrive and lay waste to the entire planet with cyclonic torpedoes. They literally fought through a labyrinth of demons, came back with just 3 pages of a book and a thigh bone, and decided to say, hey, we won because faith.
To be fair, those thigh bones are potent against demons. I don't know why.
Because faith. Because faith, fire, and martyrdom.
Because those used to be some thick thighs.
Thick
And
thighs
one-
stay alive.
Let's put it this way. Mortarion's heart bears the name of Cago Drago when he literally carved it in with the thigh bone of a saint.
Kyle knows what's up.
So the last one I have is the Promethean War. Millennium 41, year 980. Why does this not surprise me that this is something that involves... Oh, I know why. Because it involves Prometheum.
Fire.
Fucking napalm. Where's Fortunate Son when you need it?
Vulcan lives.
Hey, he's alive somewhere. He can't die.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's just off in the galaxy. Thing. I was waiting to hear Bob yell at me for that one.
I didn't you cut out for me. What did you say?
Oh well, I was saying Vulcan's alive. He's just somewhere in the galaxy moping.
You're
probably not wrong. He was moping the last time we found him.
Yeah, and then he jumped into the heart. Then he jumped into the heart.
After beating the shit out of a lot of things.
Yeah, and there he saw Gork and Mork beating each other up. So, the Promethean War, the Order of the Ebon Chalice reinforced the Space Marines of the Salamander chapter, who were engaged in a brutal urban war against the dread Black
the Salamanders and the Order of the Evanon Chalice together.
Yes.
That is a lot of fire.
That is a lot of fire.
You have no idea.
Oh, God.
So, talking about fire, the enemy is put to torch as dozens of emulators and land redeemers burn a path through several war-torn cities. And I mean, when I mean burn a path, I mean there's literally nothing but fucking glass.
There is
From
no more ozone to this planet.
No, it is all burned away.
It is gone.
So, but despite the strength of their combined forces, the Imperium advance is halted when Lord Gralstix, some weird demon fucking language, the Demon Prince, the Demon Prince leading the Force of Chaos, unleashes a legion of possessed Chaos Space Marines. As the frenzied Chaos Horde rips through the Imperium ranks, Battle Sisters and Space Marines fight back to back, their bolters and flamers defiantly blazing away as every warrior endeavors to sell their life dearly. However, the Allied forces are saved when Saint Celestine herself, the undying saint, falling upon the Chaos Horde like an avenging angel. The living saint carves a bloody path through the baying horde towards the Lord of the Chaos teams. I am not saying his name again. Before plunging her fiery blade through his tainted heart. When the death of the Chaos Lord, the Horde is banished into the warp. But Celestine, there is no sign of her. For she has vanished as mysteriously as she has appeared.
She pulled the Sanguinor.
Yeah, literally. And also, for those who don't know, actually, Battle Sisters and Chaos Space Marine and Chaos Space Marines hate each other.
Yeah, they don't get along.
Not always.
They don't really get along too well.
Well, most sisters see the Space Marines as genetically, mutants who killed the Emperor,
Yeah.
and the Space Marines look at the sisters like, "The fuck is wrong with you?"
Quit doing that.
What?
Quit burning worlds for Thibaut. Quit
5-0.
throwing your asses away with all the expensive power armor and GS pattern bolters away for 3 pages of a goddamn book. You fucking fanatics.
Pretty much, because this most, other than the very faith-driven Space Marine chapters, I know a lot of them still follow the original idea of the Emperor, which is
He has
science and secular. Well, everyone else is like, "Holy Emperor, save me! I will slap myself with a whip for your happiness."
Yeah, you can thank Logar for that one.
Fucking Logar.
Fucking Logar. Whee!
That's in the end, Logar won.
Yep.
If there was to be one Chaos, like Astartes person, like Primarch, to be like, all right, he won the heresy. It doesn't matter. Imperium came out on top. Traitors are down. Horus got just destroyed. Like his soul was gone. Logar won.
Yeah, I think Logar won that war.
I would disagree. He is still running through the warp trying to run from Edge-Eaten Hawkboy or Edge-Eaten Raven Boy.
Yeah, but he can run all he wants, but he's still he got what he wanted, which was to make the Emperor a god.
Bob, I gotta agree with Kyle on this one. In the end, his goal was achieved.
He did achieve his goal, but he would think he might be recalibrating whether it was worth it. Am I being flayed alive by my angry, pissed off emo brother?
Oh yes, you're one of your edgy boys.
Isn't he? Didn't he get corrupted by the war?
No,
Fucking
he embraced his psychic abilities. And now he appears as a fucking mutant Raven Hawkboy to Chaos Rangers and scares the shit out of them. There's nothing is more terrifying than seeing the Raven Man. You blink, he's no longer there. And Steve, who was next to you, is now missing half his body.
Steve was gone.
No, Steve! Texas Steve is dead. Rip Steve.
And then you see your dad, your most trusted officers, running for the fucking hills.
Poor Steve.
Nightmare.
He didn't deserve that.
Yes, he did. He's a word bearer.
Nah, Steve is a war bearer. He doesn't even know anything about war.
Steve don't have a faction yet. We'll have to get him in here.
Yeah,
if he picks word bearer, he deserved it. Guilt by association.
What do you think Steve would like? I think he looks like something that could I think he like Orc. Just something to brutally beat the shit out of people.
I think he would like Knights.
The Grey Knights?
Chaos. No, Imperial Knights.
Imperial Knight.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about Grey Knights for a second.
He was pretty big on that game. What was it called? Had fun with it. What the fuck was it? Oh God! It's on the tip. You jump in a big mech suit and you fight other mech suits. The fuck's it called?
Gundams?
No. We all play it together.
Chromehounds?
No. Fuck. I can't think of it. It's newer. Not like a couple years old.
You jump in a mech suit and you fight other people in mechs.
Titanfall.
Titanfall! That's it!
Oh, there it is, yeah.
Jesus Christ, Alan.
I have the memory of a fucking goldfish, okay? Fuck off.
And that's why he has to read from a wiki.
Yes. I literally copy-paste sometimes from the wiki. But that is actually all I have for the SRA. Now, I will be probably doing a second one talking about the actual Cerritos and not just talking about the Age of Apostasy.
You probably won't.
No.
There's still a lot more with the Age of Apostasy.
I'll probably have to do a second part with the Age of Apostasy. More focus on the Age of Apostasy and not just...
I guess it depends how crazy you want to get with the details.
Yeah, well, this is just a general over. But I'm happy. I reached I reached an hour, which is always what I want to do. And Kyle is barely finished with the orc.
You see how much fucking detail I got out of this guy? Come on, man.
So, Bob, did you enjoy watching me blunder through Warhammer?
Yes.
Want to see what took me 3.5 hours to do?
I guess.
Boom.
Sadly, yes.
My good old Canoptic Doomstalker.
Oh yeah, he literally was on a stream one day for 3 hours doing that.
I didn't do the base, but everything else is pretty
Listen, discount Cetra.
Discount Centra.
good. He battle
Hey.
ready.
Hey, technically, Kyle, not Bob. Warhammer 40k came out before Fantasy.
You are incorrect.
Well, isn't Fantasy only in like the 3rd edition, but yet Warhammer 40k is in 9th?
Because Warhammer Fantasy was in 8th edition by the time when they killed it.
Oh, and then they had to remake it to the Age of Sigmar.
Yep.
I don't know. I still prefer Warhammer 40k to Fantasy. I like bolters. You know, your face stealing gunpowder fuck.
By Sigma, the Hammer, and the Empire.
What's the thing whenever we play Warhammer Total War? We always sing whenever you're running around with Sigmar.
Here comes Carl France. Here comes Carl France. You'll never walk again.
Yeah, that's what I sing. Because Carl Franz walks around with a hammer. He smacks somebody. He sends him to fucking orbit.
Jesus Christ.
It's kind of funny to watch.
He always swings at kneecap level.
Yeah, and also sometimes he swings up. So I can imagine if he hits a fucking guy, there's no more. Everything down there is gone as he goes flying in the air. What was that one video that came out years ago? The ultimate nut kit, ultimate nut shot from Superman.
Oh yeah, no, it was Corridor Digital, or it might have been Freddie Wong, one of those two. They created the ultimate nut shot where it shows Superman just nut shotting a guy into orbit.
Yeah, that's what Carl Franz does, but
With a big fuck off Warhammer.
yeah. And then Bob follows him up with just God, and then ends it with a night charge.
Knights to pin the enemy, guns to silence the enemy, and the Franz to beat the shit out of everything.
And then I'm just in the corner playing as the dwarves, and I'm just sitting there laughing as they hit my as I'm pounding them with artillery. Although I did beat you one time as a Skaven, Bob.
Yes, you did. I'll give you credit that one time.
I think it was 3 times, and then eventually you said fuck you, and decided to just like go complete and utter like renown.
I invoked the meta.
You invoked the cheese.
The meta. You always go heavy renowned units as Imperial. And I have
there's
the money.
Oh, don't forget, Bob. There's also the time I beat you as a Vampire Coast because I had Big Bertha.
Yes, that fucking thing.
It's a cannon that when it fires, it breaks apart into gunpowder barrels and it just destroys an entire wave of enemies. Bob was so mad at me because I pulled that out.
I
wish I knew what the fuck was going on.
Okay, Kyle. Big Bertha. Imagine a railgun that when it fires, it's a gigantic glob of gunpowder that breaks apart and makes several other explosions. The size of a cannon, the size of a howitzer.
Oh well, damn.
He got much more saltier when I fucking rear charged it the second time.
No, that was because I was an idiot. I kind of looked on nothing but just some zombies.
And suddenly he sees hippogriffs.
Hey, I still almost won that battle, even when you took out Big Bertha.
Here they come to save the day.
Your definition and my definition of almost winning are very different.
Hey, I almost won that one. Okay. Would you rather me be the Skaven where all of a sudden I can get tier 9 infantry in 5 turns?
Oh yes, playing a slot the unclean.
Yeah, I know that scared you. Okay, I know
Uh,
that scared you.
Hey, I only got a Hell Pit Abomination. It's turn 2, Alan. How the fuck do you have an abomination? An additional abomination, I should say.
Yeah, a Hell Pit Abomination, Kyle. Imagine a rat the size of a house that is genetically mutated. With that when you kill it, it can come back to life. You remember the Storm Fiend from Vermintide?
Yeah.
Imagine that, but the size of a train
Oh god.
And with more legs.
and with more legs.
So
Yes,
it's like a Catachin Devil.
I think that thing could probably take on a Catachin Devil. What about you, Bob? Do you think a Catachin Devil and that thing would have a good fight?
That's all it damn well is.
Yeah, and that's like a end game unit, and I had 2 of them in one army, and like turn 5. Let me just say, Bob was scared for a second.
I
Sounds
was
like Hex.
I was concerned.
No, I broke the game. I broke the game because the way how you do that is you get a special thing called like growth fat serum. I feel like that's what it's called. I somehow was able to get enough of it to fill up a bar of units in turn 2. I don't know how I did it, but I did it. I probably can't do it again. Oh, and then also one of Bob's vassals me out of nowhere. What did we say happened, Bob? I was in there enjoying a dwarf, and he kicked in the door, called my mother a whore, slapped me, took my steak, and walked away.
Mind you, this entire time I have Sylvania by the throat, and I'm fist fighting fucking Marienburg, while I got the goddamn orcs from the south under my boot, and I looked over like, why would you do this?
Yeah, no, yeah, okay. To put it in perspective, Bob is kicking an orc down south. He's fighting a vampire in one hand. He's fighting another human city in another hand as he's headbutting a fucking Viking. And then all of a sudden, this guy walks in and is like, "Hey, my lord, I declared war on the rats." Yeah, that's pretty much Bob's situation.
You look like you needed more to do.
Yeah, and also, funny enough, in the lore, the rats are not supposed to know. So he pretty much went to him and said, "Hey, I declare war on something that's not even fucking exist." And also because he was a vassal of Bob, he got pulled into the war also.
Yep.
And again, he's fighting on 6 fronts, and I have tier 9 units. Bob went re.
I'm only fighting for my fucking life over here.
As you can hear, he has like his face in his hands, remembering this.
I'm fighting for my fucking life.
So, to be nice to Bob, I only traveled my army down south, looted the city, and then went back up north. As they're over the Bob, laying on the fucking ground, bleeding, as he's fighting even more Vikings now, going, "My lord, help me! The rats are burning my city!"
What the fuck do you want me to do about it, dickhead?
I have no armies!
I am completely preoccupied.
And then as I'm walking back to my city with a bunch of human slaves, more human than I turned thanks because the fucker took it, and with a shit ton of loot. It was a good day.
It was a bad day.
It was a good day for me.
It was a bad day for the Empire.
Hey, I could have did it worse. I could have took the city.
I would have fucking pulled you out of that fucker so fast it would have been funny.
And then also, you'll probably have to use all your fucking armor to push me out because, again, I have tier 9 units. And then the fucking orcs would be like, "Ooh, time to wah."
Faith, steel, and gunpowder. Faith, steel, and gunpowder.
What's more important, Bob? This is Warhammer Fantasy. The Empire is pretty much the Imperium of Man. Just there you go.
Yeah.
And then
All
that
I
game,
would have had to do is get the Nuln. If I got Nuln, I would have had Iron Sides. If I had Iron Sides, all the problems would have been gone away.
but then you said to break the game by finding mods,
We added a lot of mods.
and we still have to fix the game so we can run it with the new mods.
It's not my fault every time they upgrade the fucker, everything breaks. Because our core mod is Grimhammer, and everyone has to update their shit for Grimhammer.
I really hope in Total War 3 though we can have multiple people in the grand campaign, so me, you, and Kyle can all decide to run around the map.
Beating the shit out of people.
I'd probably be the rat, so you never side with me when I'm the rats.
No, I don't.
He's only scared because I always find a way to get Ratling Gunners, and Ratling Gunners are anti-armor.
And this is why Bob uses mortars.
It is why I have nukes.
Fuck your nuking ass.
One of the rat factions have something called the Death Strike missile. It's pretty much a V2 rocket that I can summon anywhere.
So you can just summon a V2 rocket.
Yes.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about it.
You're not gonna talk about your poor fucking gun line that got destroyed by a V.
Yeah.
Oh no! Did I hit your gun line or did I hit your artillery?
No, you shot at my knights and you wiped most of them out, but missed the big one.
Hey, Kyle, you dropped something there.
Quiet.
Oh yeah! I fucking hit your knights.
Those poor knights.
Again, talking about this. Remember that one time I was playing as the Skaven Blight, and the fucking elves decided to send an expedition force against me, and I wiped them out. How many times did I ambush those fuckers? Like 5 times in a row?
It was 6, Alan. I counted.
Yeah, Kyle, imagine this. You're an elf. Your army, you have like 3 armies landing on top of this. Okay, just roll with me for a second. You're leading your armies. The 3 there's 3 factions, okay, all landing on this place because you heard there's a rat empire here. Scrap code. And as you're walking, you all of a sudden hear the ringing of fucking gunfire, and all of a sudden, all along the lines, machine gun fire is flying into your lines. This continues to happen 6 times in a fucking row. What would you do, Kyle?
Stuff just blowing up.
Yeah, other than blowing up, would you retreat?
I reliterate. I commit suicide.
Because you're getting flanked by rats.
just die already. Be like, I'm just gonna get this done with.
Yeah. They decided to send even more, and I continued to do this for how long, Bob? How long did I do this? Can't remember.
A few dozen, 6 ambushes, Alan. It's 6 fucking bushes.
And then Bob's just sitting there laughing, just fucking kill them already.
Quit fucking letting them get away, god damn it!
I want my turn.
It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, I wiped out like 3 elf armies. It was glorious. And then all the entire time, Bob's up there again as the Empire, fighting on every side.
Fighting for my fucking life.
And I think we also had to quit that game too because the mods broke, and you were just about to get gunpowder again.
Every time I get gunpowder, either you quit wanting to play that faction, and fucking pick another, or something goes wrong.
9 times out of 10, though, something goes wrong. I will admit, there was 3 times I picked the wrong faction. I was like, I want to try this faction out. And it just goes horribly for me. That's what I figured out. I don't like the Clan of Moor. The Grimhammer kind of broke the zombies. And what was the other faction I tried playing? Oh, and then we kept trying to play as the gnomes. No, I was trying to play as halfling, and I found out they're my favorite fucking faction.
We ain't gonna talk about the fairy midgets. We're not gonna talk about hairy midgets.
We always like to talk about a joke, because one of the factions you play as mods, halfling, which is just one little tiny city. But they are some of the most broken fuckers if you know how to play them.
Where the fucking cakes?
Yeah, Bob, and then you also start allied with the Empire. So me and Bob are always like, oh yeah, we're gonna fucking do this. As this is going on, fucking Bob decides, hey Alan, go to Sylvania. They have the cakes. And I decided to say fucking, re, and within 3 turns, I conquered all Sylvania vampire counts. And I even freaked Bob out.
I don't know how he did it, but he did it.
If you want to take a joke that the halflings come back, and again, their main units wear a pot on their head and fight with a fucking like a pitchfork.
And you took out undead vampire lords.
Yes. So we make a joke that the halflings come back just covered in blood, holding the fucking vampire count's severed heads, and go, "My lord, they didn't have the cakes." And then Father Fry is over there freaking out like, this faction has it. Until eventually Carl Franz runs out of things and decides to go, the goddamn Chaos Gods have it.
They
within
must have it, those motherfuckers.
And in 2 days they come back with the fucking soul shards of the Chaos Gods and go, where are the cakes, my lord? Where are the fucking cakes?
They must have eaten them.
As Carl Franz is just sitting there going, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck.
Ah, for
You
fuck's
better
sake.
make some cakes fast.
You gotta make cakes fast, Carl. Because I think before the fucking mod broke, I think I conquered all of Sylvania, half of the Badlands, and I was marching north towards the fucking the Vikings. And Bob's just going there like, what the fuck did I just do? Why did I give Alan this power?
What the fuck's going on over there?
Yeah, Carl Franz turns like, with the halflings taking care of the vampires, I can focus on this. Turns back and there's now the halfling empire going, what the fuck? They didn't have the cakes, my lord. Where are the cakes? Oh, well, now that we went on a goddamn, a 30-minute tangent about just me and Bob's shenanigans in video games.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, that took up some time. I was able to get some more detail work done.
But I think I probably need to call it because I gotta go in the morning.
Wimp.
I apologize. I gotta fucking open a shop by myself.
Same.
In Wally World.
Alrighty. Well,
Oh.
thank you everybody for joining us. This has been the Art of Lore. Got pretty far on my knob. I'm probably going to finish this up tonight before I do some of the work, upload the videos to YouTube and whatnot and detailing everything up. But thanks for joining us. Thanks for joining me on my birthday here. I'll announce that again. It's my birthday today, and
Happy birthday.
so we decided to roll Sisters for me, that being my second army, and us already doing Necrons.
It was also, also tangents galore on this one.
Yeah, we had a lot of throw around. We got our buddy Bob here to join us, so that was nice.
You.
Getting to talk with Bob and having him correct Alan. It was very, very nice.
Hey, I don't have the books yet.
So,
I don't need the books.
and like I said, most of the knob got done. I'll finish them up and post them on the Discord, which are shameless plugins. We have a Discord. I sadly have an Instagram.
Now I'm just disappointed.
That we put. Oh God, I know. Tell me about it. That we'll put. I'll put up on there. Process any work. Work in progress pics. Also, if I do any surprise streams, that's something that we'll be looking towards in the future. I'll just randomly hop on here and there when I got some free time and I feel like painting something. So you're welcome to join us on that. And yeah, no, looking just to have more painting, more chilling, and more lore in the future.
Yeah, I still gotta figure out what I'm gonna do next time.
So unless there's anything you two want to add, I guess we can call tonight.
Oh, so I'm pretty sure we talked about everything. Then, what about you, Bob?
Any last minute thoughts or words?
Yeah, I think Bob is.
He's a toaster fucker.
Oh, there he is.
There it is.
And you're a fucking blueberry.
I am proud of my blueberryness.
Go back to your blueberry orchard.
I plan on it. There are many a book here.
The blueberry orchard.
It's not going to destroy your toasters.
I always find more toasters. Because many people have promised us toasters.
All right.
Where
Well,
the toasters promised us.
this has been the Art of Lore. Thank you for joining us, and we hope to see you in the future.
Night, guys.
Have a good night.
Have a good night, all.